Hello and welcome to our election special at Boom. We're calling our series US Elections Simplified. That's because we are asking the very basic and simple questions. We're not looking into speculation. We're not chasing after breaking news, but we're really looking to explain what underpins all the election issues right now. And we're chatting with Lalit K Jha. He's the chief US correspondent of the Press Trust of India, which is India's premier wire service. He's based in Washington, D.C. Lalit, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Lalit, it's a cliffhanger right now, isn't it? Or we can call it a twilight zone. It does look like we don't know which way this tide is turning. Would you say we will know in a few hours from now, 3 or 4 hours, or is it going to take longer?
It's right now. It's too early to say, but I expect that we might see a clear trend in the next few hours as counting of votes in some of the key battleground states, Pennsylvania, in particular, Michigan, Wisconsin, take a definite shape there. What we
Indeed.
have seen right now is on expected lines in whatever the states they have been. You know, the demographic profile in the electoral college is made in such a way that right now Democrats have an advantage. They start with an advantage. They also have multiple paths to victory. Republicans don't have that much advantage. They have very narrow path to victory, and that's what is the things are happening right now in that way.
But you do say then, just to confirm and clarify, there is a clear path to victory for both camps, the Democrats and the Republicans.
Yes, the game is not over yet. Both the campaigns, the Biden campaign, the Trump campaign, both the candidates still have equal chances of victory. It's not, they are still both the campaigns are cautiously optimistic about winning the elections this time. Now all eyes are on the few battleground states which we are all waiting for.
Indeed, and I've been noticing from your tweets as well that it's pretty clear that the election is about Trump. So whether it's for Trump or against Trump, we don't yet know. As your position as chief US correspondent for PTI, which, as our viewers will know, is neither a newspaper, nor is it a TV station, nor is it a website. It's a wire service. So what is your focus right now? You've traversed the length and breadth of the United States, but right now, in the next few hours, what will you be uniquely looking at?
I would be looking at the election results, the trends. I also looking at the large number of Indian Americans contesting the elections. I'm keeping track of them. There are four members in the Samosa Caucus, the so-called Samosa Caucus, who are members of the U.S. House of Representatives. They almost all, I think all four of them have been re-elected. It might increase. Hiral Tripurani from Arizona is currently leading by 5 percentage points. There's another major candidate from Texas, Shri Preston Kulkarni. He is trailing behind by around 5 percentage points. So you see, I'm tracking them also. There are other state level elections been happening in Ohio. There's one young Indian American of 29 years of age, Neeraj Atnani. He has become the first Indian American to win the Ohio State Senate. So I'm also tracking how Indian Americans are faring well in these elections. Also, how these Indian Americans are, although they are very small in numbers, how they have done in the battleground states. Have they played a role or will they play a role in the winning of these candidates where the margin of victory is going to be very tight? Yeah.
Hey, that's interesting. And the term Samosa Caucus is very evocative, as we've seen in the past few weeks as well. Lalit, my question now centers around what India is going to be looking for, especially the Indian strategic and the defense establishment, the foreign affairs establishment. Are they going to be very worried right now? Are they just waiting? What would you say to that?
I don't think there are any reasons or cause for concerns and worry on the part of India or MEA or those who are looking for what impact this election would have on India-US relationship. The good part is you see in the last 4 years, last 3.5 years, President Trump has a strong track record of strengthening India-US relationship. Right, he's the first president who gave yes to selling armed drones to India. When India was in the midst of an election, US president went to UN Security Council and make sure that the main person behind the Mumbai terrorist attack was declared a terrorist, global terrorist. There has been quite support from the US on the China factor. In the last 1 years, both President Trump and Prime Minister Modi have addressed two massive big rallies for the first time. So, if President Trump comes, it will go to the next level of relationship. On the other hand, Vice President Biden, he has a strong track record of advocating a strong India-US relationship, both as a senator and also as the vice president. As a senator, when he was the chairman of Senate Foreign Relations Committee, it was from the Democratic Party, and that was the George Bush Republican Party. He played a key role in the passage of India-US civilian nuclear deal. He has a huge support base among Indian Americans. For the first time ever, you can see such a large number of Indian Americans at senior level in a presidential campaign. Not only that, he has selected an Indian origin senator, Kamala Harris, as his vice president. He has time and again spoken about India-US relationship, how it matters, and why he wants this relationship to strengthen. I visualize that when he comes to power, if he comes to power, there will be no backtrack. It will go only to the next step.
Indeed, the Indian establishment will be focusing on both Plan A and Plan B. And the next few hours, of course, are going to be nail biting. They've been so in the last couple of hours. Thank you so much for your time, Lalit. We know that you have a lot to do and you have a lot on your plate right now. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Bye.